Salam. In this video we are going to make this map using ArcMap and Blender. This map shows the major river basins of South America. Let's get started. Okay, first we get the data. We go to hydrosheds.org. Explore the data. We download the basin shapefile. Then we download the river shapefile. I will change the name. Now we extract the files. Okay, here we have the file. We import the basin shapefile. I will import the second one. Then we import the river network. I will turn this off. Okay, as you can see, we have here 7 basins. We have to create a layer for each one. We can do this by selecting each one and create layer from selected features. But to do this with a simple way, we can use split by attribute. We import the basins and we choose the split field. I will put them here. Okay, here we have the 7 basins. After splitting, we import them into ArcMap. We can delete this.
Okay.
Now we have to clip the river network on each basin. We go to geoprocessing, clip. We import the network. We start with the basin number 1. Okay, here we have the network of the basin number 1. I will change the name. Now I will do the same process for the other basins. I will clip the network on each one. I will speed up the video. Okay, the clip is done. Here we have 7 networks. I will change the name. Now we can remove these. Okay, now if we go to the symbology, categories, we choose the order streller. We turn this off and we add all values. We notice that here we have 9 orders. Okay, as you can see here, each basin has a certain number of orders. Okay, now we have to export each order of each basin as a shapefile. So we will use again split by attribute. We will start with the network number 1. The split field is the order trailer, and we choose our location. I already created these folders. I will put the network number 1 in this folder. Okay, now we will repeat the same process for the other basins. It will take time because we are dealing with huge data. I will now speed up the video. Okay, after some minutes the split is done, and here we have our basins, and each basin has its own orders. Now we go to Blender. Okay, we open Blender. We delete the cube and the light. Now we have to import the shape files, but before to do this we have to create collection for each basin. So we go to scene collection, right click, new collection. To change the name we can right click, ID data and rename. I will name basin 1. We have 7 basins, so I will create 6 more basins. We can change the name also by double left click. Okay, now I created the collections. We import the shapefile now. To import geographic data to Blender, we have to use Blender GIS. If you want to know how to download and fix Blender GIS on Blender, watch this short on my channel. It will take only 1 minute. We go now to Blender GIS, import shapefile. Okay, here we have our basins. We have to import them. We start with the basin number 1. As you can see here, we have 9 orders for this basin, but I will not import all of them. I will import the last 7 basins from number 3 to number 9. We start with the number 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3. Okay, now we select all the orders. We can press Ctrl and select all of them, and we put them in the basin number 1. Okay, after that we have to convert the lines to curve so that we can give them thickness and color. So we select all of them, right click, convert to curve. Okay, after converting to curve, we have to give thickness for each order. So we start with the order number 9. We go to data, geometry and depth. I will give it 0.09. I will give the same for the order number 8, 0.09. The order number 7, I will give it 0.05. Number 6, I will give it 0.03. Number 5, I will give it 0.02. And number 4, I will give it 0.01. And number 3, I will give it 0.005. Okay, now I will give the color for the orders. To do that with a fast way, we can select one of the orders and we go to material, new material. I will use hex code to give the color. So for this basin, I will give 272Fe7. We move to this viewport shading. Okay, now we have to give the color for the other orders. So we select all of them and we go to Object, Link, and we press Link Material. As you can see, all the orders are now blue. So we used Link Material instead to write the hex code for each order. Now we go to this viewport shading. We go to World Properties. We make the color black. We have to add light now. We press Add Light Area. We move the light up and we press S and we sweep to enlarge the light. We go to Data. We increase the power to 25,000. And here it is, our basin. We go to Render and we turn on the bloom. We make the intensity 2. Okay, now here it is, our basin. We can hide this collection. And now I will import the basin number 2 and I will do the same process. And we will do this process with all the other basins. I will repeat the same process slowly with the basin number 2, and after that with the other basins I will speed up the video. We go to Blender GIS, import shapefile. We go back. We go to basin number 2. For this basin I will import from number 3 to number 10. We start with the number 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3. We select all the orders and we put them in this collection. Now we convert the lines to curve. It will take some time with this basin because we have many lines, so you can wait until the process is done. Okay, after converting to curve, we have to give thickness for each order. We start with the order number 10. This picture will help you to adjust the right settings for the other basins. As you can see, there are the hex code of each basin and the depth of each order. Okay, order number 10, I will give it 0.09. The same for the order number 9, 0.09. Order number 8, 0.05. Number 7, 0.03. Number 6, 0.02. Number 5, 0.01. Number 4, 0.005. And the same with the order number 3, 0.005. Okay, now as we did, we have to give the color, so we choose one of the orders. Material, new material, and we write the hex code. For this basin, I will give 009B00. And then we select all the orders to link the material, object, link data, and link material. As you can see, all the orders have the same color. Okay, now we have done 2 of 7. We have still 5 basins. We will do the same process, but I will speed up the video. And as I said, this picture will help you to adjust your settings. Okay, basin number 3. I will import from number 3 to number 8. The hex code here is E3E919. Okay, basin number 4. I will import from number 3 to number 9. The hex code here is FF253B. Link material. Okay, basin number 5. I will import from number 2 to number 7. Convert to curve. And now we give the thickness. The hex code here is 25A14D. We make the light bigger. We press shift and we move. We have now 2 basins left. Basin number 6. I will import from number 2 to number 7. Convert to curve. And we give the thickness. The hex code here is E1 2 BB0. Link material. The last basin I will import from number 2 to number 7. And the hex code here is 32AAF3. Okay, now we have finished our basins. Okay, here we have our map. The map is heavy because we have too much data. I will add the title now, but before to do this, we have to focus our camera. So we press Ctrl Alt 0, view, and we press camera to view. We go to output and we change the size of the camera. Now we zoom in and we find our map. We press shift and we move. We turn off the camera to view and we zoom out. And now we turn on the camera to view to put our map inside the camera. We zoom out. To put the map inside the camera, we can select all. We press Ctrl and we unselect the camera. And we press S and we make it smaller like this. Now we can add the text. We press add text. We press S and we make the text bigger. And we go to edit mode. We can go to data and press front and choose whatever you want. We can copy the text. Back to edit mode. We can change the color. We press and we go to material. I will give it green and we can increase the brightness by going towards the color black. We copy the hex code, Ctrl C, and we can press Ctrl V and we paste the hex color to have the same color. Okay, now our map is done. We have to export it. To export the map, we have to go to render. As you can see here, the render sampling is 64. We can make it higher, but it will take more time to render. So I will render now. We press render and render. Okay, the render is done and here we have our map. You can save it in your device. And finally, if you found this video useful, please like and subscribe for more, and thank you for watching.